Did you want me to drink that coffee?
Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with the Rude Man. We're back on Pacific Northwest. And we're going to do a little seeding today, but I need to... hey, Scorpion, AV test if you would, please. If you can. I know you're working. Oh, you don't have a meeting today. Well, I don't know. Maybe you do. Oh, thanks. I started on time today, but YouTube did it to me again. They turned it to a private video, so I had to stop everything, reset everything. What a pain. Hey, Tina, how you doing? You can hear me, that's good. Miss Nelson, hello, how are you? Glad to see you here today. All right, sorry, I'm getting situated here. Carol just brought me a refreshment. All righty, I guess I'm ready to go. Get my controller turned on here. Yeah, I've been farming this morning. Bill watched me. I was farming and streaming on Discord most of the morning. Bill was in there watching me while he was killing Vikings. He's playing Assassin's Creed Valkyrie, I think it is, or something like that. So he says he's out killing Vikings. Oh no! How you doing, Tina? Well, for some reason, she was shopping at Costco all day, and she ended up with 2 sodas. So she bought me a soda. When I have to get a soda from a machine, I don't like their soda jerk. What do you call it? From a fountain. I don't like fountain drinks for a couple reasons. One, they put so much water in it, ice in it, that it waters it down, and it's already watered down to begin with. Plus, I don't like their Diet Cola or Pepsi, whatever they have. And so what I do is I fill half with Diet Cola or Pepsi, and I top it off with root beer. And believe it or not, that root beer overpowers the cola. Whether it's Pepsi or Coke, the root beer overpowers it and makes it taste like a root beer. Now you might ask, why don't I just get root beer? Because they don't have root beer in Diet. The fountains, almost all, none of them do. Occasionally you might find one that does, but most of the time, the only thing they have in Diet is a cola, which I don't like. So I just don't like the way it tastes. I don't like that they water it down. No, not again. I'm having trouble with my blood sugars today. Oh, I know what it is. It's time to put a new sensor in. All right, I'll do that after the live stream. Sorry. Anyway, that's why. Let's see what Tina's got to say. You did something to your right shoulder. Were you... hey, Serge. Serge is in the house. What... were you lifting something, or did you fall on it? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to. I'm just curious. I a lot of time ask personal questions. And I always try to say, you don't have to answer it. I'm just curious. I'm a curious guy. I like to I like to find out, what other people's lives are like, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to get lime in a cedar. What the heck's wrong with me? Don't answer that. It's a long list. Oh, you probably pulled a ligament or something. Well, Carol has been injured over the years. I mean, most of the people that have been around me have heard the story about how we were shopping for a kayak and they had them standing upright against the wall, and this woman in a wheelchair and another woman, and they bumped it on purpose because I think they were going to try to get an insurance claim. And Carol thought they were going to get hurt, so she runs over and stops it from falling on them. When she did, she injured her neck. And the injury in the area is in almost the same area that the guy that played Superman, when he fell off the horse, injured. So it's a dangerous place. And so she has neck pains occasionally, especially when she does something she's not supposed to do, like lift something heavy over her head, and of course the surgeons tell her that eventually she's going to have neck surgery. It's just a matter of time. But she tries to go as long as she can before she has to do that. So I've got, those little electrodes that you put on yourself when you have muscle aches or pains. I bought one of those, just like they use in the hospitals. I try to get as much stuff and we've both been to therapists before for injuries, like pulled muscles, aches and pains and stuff. Both of us have been to therapists and massage therapy, and so I study that when I'm in there. I ask them questions. Why do you use those electrode things? What do they do? How do you set them up? Because you're on my back, I can't see what you're doing. Can you show me how you're setting that up? How far apart do they need to be? Questions like that. And then I buy the equipment myself and, trying to take care of ourselves. They work pretty good. All right, what am I going to do? I'm going to just do... God, I don't know. I think I'm going to do wheat again on this field. So let me get started with this. Wait. I don't want to do this in October. Hang on. Sorry about that. All right, what am I missing in the chat here? Serge said something about Russia on the move. Okay, I need to talk about that. Hang on a sec. Let me stop this thing. I don't like getting political. Right. Serge mentioning Russians on the move. Yeah, Russia, if you haven't heard, has attacked the Ukraine. And there is a YouTuber that is a kind of a friend of mine. I've been watching him for several years. I don't talk much to him. I was sending private messages once in a while. And the reason I don't talk to him is because there are a lot of YouTubers that'll come on your stream hoping to suck some of your audience onto their page. And I don't want people to think that I do that. So I very rarely talk in other people's streams because of course my name is Rudeman53 Gaming. Well, that's obviously a YouTube page. But so I got to know the guy over the years, and a little bit. He's got enough subscribers that he probably has no idea who I am, but he lives in the Ukraine. And I've been worried about him. As a matter of fact, I did DM him a couple times about, is there any place that you can get away from this? And where, I hope you're not living in a dangerous area. Well, he came on today, and after they got attacked, the Ukraine, there's a lot of things, like he can't take donations. They're not allowed in the Ukraine. The only thing he can use is a Patreon, like I have. And he went outside of Ukraine to a near country to open up a bank account that would let him do more business on his YouTube page. When he did, he decided to take his 2 little kids with him. So they were in another country when the Ukraine got attacked. And of course, they closed the borders. They shut down airlines. His wife had a ticket to join him in this other country for today. But they shut the airports down, so she wasn't able to get out. And this poor guy's in tears. He got his kids out, but he couldn't get his wife out. And he doesn't know. He's trying to figure out how to get his wife out of the country, and he hasn't. It's just a sad situation. Now, I don't ask for you to become a patron to me, but if you have any feelings about Russia attacking the Ukraine and you think, there's nothing I can do, well, there is. You could help somebody that at least I know, and if you want, you can go to his YouTube page and maybe get to know him a little bit better, and maybe you feel it in your heart to kind of become. I did this morning, actually. I went in and became a patron, and I'm giving him a monthly amount. It doesn't matter how much it is. I don't support any other YouTube pages because I don't watch them that much. But his name is PvP Cat, like in a pussycat. And so I'll put his name in. That's his name, and he plays Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto. And anyway, if you find it in your heart that you want to try to do something, he's somebody that's gonna need help. So anyway, I'm gonna mention this a couple times during the live stream, or at least I'm at least gonna try to put a comment in. I'm not saying you have to go do it. I'm just saying, if you want to support somebody from the Ukraine because they really need help, and there's going to be people killed over there. There just is going to be. This is not a good thing. So anyway, I don't generally do that kind of thing for myself, but I don't mind doing it for somebody else that needs help. Anyway, I'll get off that subject, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to try to pop in a message every once in a while. At the very least, if you don't want to become a patron, at least go over and watch some of the stuff he does. That's going to help him too. All right, let me get this time changed here. I want to go into the spring before I start planting. That noise is my horn honking, by the way. The speed button is a hook to the horn. But it doesn't have to be. I can get out of the rig. I don't want to plant in the snow. I think it'll straighten out in March. Let's try March. I think this might work. All right, now I can start this guy up here. Yeah, I'll go over there when I'm done with the live stream, Banks. You know, really, the only reason I mention this guy is it's somebody I know, and that makes a difference to me. All right, what's my other? There it is. It's buried. All right, I got to get that thing out of the way. This thing. All right, let's park this guy here. Need to find a tractor. Where's my... Oh, I'm using it. Okay. I'm already using it. Let me take the JCB. The JCB seems to have a little bit more power than the John Deere does. Hey, Jordan. I haven't, Tina. I saw your message. I'm sorry I didn't respond to it, but I was trying to work this map here this morning to get ready for the live stream, and so I was kind of busy. I don't even think I got on Minecraft this morning, but anyway, yeah, I should be easy to find. I mean, I'm Rudeman53 on everything I do, so. Well, except for things that I have more than one account on, like Red Dead Redemption. I've got different accounts. Fallout 4, I got different accounts. Besides just the Rudeman. Damn it! Somebody put that building right in front of me. Was it yesterday? Yeah. I don't remember seeing it yesterday, but that's not an issue. It's just that, well, you know, a lot of times people think that things like texts on your phones and stuff are instantaneous, and they're not always. I've had people send me a text on my phone and get it a week later. And people seem to think, oh my God, why aren't you answering me? Because I just got it today. You know, technology is a wonderful thing when it works like it's supposed to, but it doesn't always. Yeah, if it was something important, I wouldn't depend on technology. I would call somebody on the phone. I've got a landline. I might try that. I'd send them a letter or a postcard. Well, the post office isn't so fast anymore either. After, you know, the thing that happened is the thing that we can't talk about. Is Andy in the house? Did I say hi to Andy? I don't think I did. Waterproof socks. Well, I think you have to play. Don't you have to have a server to play Minecraft? I'd have to get my server activated again.
Oh yeah.
Scorpion's got it coming. That'll bring Andy out. Somebody's serving beer and it's not him. I'm pretty sure you do. At one point, I had the server on one of my computers, and it worked okay, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to get set up. So it'd probably be easier for me just to pay Microsoft and get my server back. I can't remember if Scorpion was playing with me when I had my own server. It's actually the computer sitting next to me that I used. Because it's not running anything else unless I'm editing. Unless I'm working on videos, this computer's just sitting here not doing anything. So I set it up as a Minecraft server. I could probably do that again, but it's just, like I say, it's just easy to just go on to Microsoft and give them some money. Because I already have a server, it just needs to be reactivated. All right, while these guys are working, let me get another tractor and see if I can start rolling this crap doodle-doo. All right, now let's see. I need to set up. I need to set up a GPS course because it's too hard to see where you've been and where you haven't been with some of this equipment. Yeah, I know that CGI and Mickey D were playing with me on my computer. All right, let's see. What are we doing here? Okay, I got to turn that on, turn that on. We're going to do an auto width. And turn that on. And forward a little bit. Turn it back on. Do another auto width to make sure I did it the first time. And we're going to do a set A. Whoa. I didn't see the A. B. Yeah, I don't think it worked. Let me do that. Something's not right. Auto width. And on. Set A. There's the A. All right. Set B. Roller. Add that. Do that. Do that. There we go. That should work. All right, let's do something like that. Turn it on. I'm a traveling man. Well, the texture's a little different on this one. You can really tell. So it'd be easier. It would be easier to see where I've been, where I haven't been. Okay, Tina says, what about on here? What do you mean? I don't understand. What do you mean? What about on here? I must have missed something. Spank that tractor. Oh, playing on while I'm live streaming, you mean? You'd have to have every mod that I'm using to do that, and that's without a server. Well, even with a server, it's the same thing. And it'd be kind of hard to do during the live streaming. I mean, Scorpion and I have played together when we were testing stuff, and it took us about an hour or better to get everything synced up before we could actually play. And he's got access to all my mods. Yeah, we didn't get any precipitation either. We were supposed to get snow flurries, but we didn't even get rain. Know what I mean, Vern? Yeah. You don't know what you're asking me, Tina. I'm so burned out on this game. When I'm done live streaming, I turn it off and I don't want to see it again till next week. So I don't actually play this game when I'm not streaming. unless I'm testing something or modding something. Well, we could do Red Dead. We just have to coordinate. And I'm pretty sure you have to have a what the hell they call that? I can't think right now. Their social club for Red Dead. Rockstar Social Club. You have to sign up for that. I mean, it's a free thing. They just want you to. They've got what they call a Rockstar Social Club, and it's just a way for you to take your submit your screen pictures that you take with other people, and it's a social club. Well, I'm not social, so I don't use it, but you kind of have to have it if you're gonna try to link up with people, because that's how you link up with people. So on my social page, for example, it lists my friends, Scorpion and a couple other people that I know that play Red Dead. And that's how you link up, is you go to the social club and you say, I want to play with Scorpion's Edge. And it finds him, and you send a message, and he says, yeah, we can be friends. And then Bob's your uncle. Or your aunt, depending. I mean, I guess you can be anything. You can be anything you want nowadays. You don't have a PC? Well, what are you playing on? What do you play Red Dead on? You got a PlayStation, don't you? Well, I've got it for PlayStation and Xbox. Wayne Britton and I play on the Xbox together. Bob's your aunt. A PS4. That might be easier then to link up with. So what we need to do is come up with a time when we can both get on the PlayStation. What we could do, if you want, is I can try to do it after the live stream. I don't know if I'll have enough time to play today, but at least we could maybe get linked up on the game and play later on or something. Once I'm done with the live stream, I'm kind of tired a little bit, so I take a break. And plus, the kids are home from school then, so I usually shut everything down after the live stream and go do stuff with the kids. But if you want to do that, we could, right after the live stream, I'll log on my PS4 and we can see if we can become friends online. I'm not listed under Rudy. I'm listed under my YouTube page, Rudeman53. Message you on what? On the PlayStation? Why did it take you so many times to accept the friend request then? I had to twist your arm. I'm kidding. That wasn't the case. The hardest part with the PC is just figuring out how in the hell to do it. They make it so... This is the thing. Red Dead Online is an online game. They want you to have friends and play with them online, but they make it so damn hard to find and link up. I mean, you automatically... I mean, if you and I got on the PC and logged into Red Dead at the same time, I can guarantee you're not going to be in the same server. So then you got to find out where in the hell they're at to try to link up with them. It's a pain in the ass. You're slow. Yeah, I don't buy that for a second. I'd buy that for $1. Hey, Scorpion, I just had an idea. You see that bot that just left a message? The Streamlabs bot that I use? I could use that to make a list of the redeem grain, redeem Andy, redeem. I could list them all on that and just have that thing play about every 10 minutes. Hey, Craig, how you doing? All right, Tina, that'd be fine. Ah! Are you on my Discord at all? Might as well do something that's good for me. That Streamlabs thing there. I'm doing good, Craig. Well, if you're, well, you won't. I don't think you'll have to do the. If you're having to do the Rockstar thing, then you'd have to do email because that's how they list stuff. But if we're doing Sony PlayStation, I don't think I need the email. Not that I, I can get your email somehow. Serge, that sounds awful. It's less awful that I know that he actually has a snake, but if I didn't know he had a snake, I'd say, oh, that's kind of a personal question, isn't it? So, Craig, you been petting your snake lately? Okay, that was uncalled for. So, Craig's not getting out much, evidently. All right, what's happening here? These guys are hooked up somehow. Let's take the yellow one because he's kind of behind, and back him out. And then that guy should just take off like he's supposed to. And then I'll take this guy and move him over to the big thing. I think what I'm going to do with the big field is I'm going to split it in half, I think. Or maybe even thirds. And let me see here. Whoa! Whoa! All right, let's let me try to cut this thing into thirds, and I'll put different crops on. So let's do right. Okay, I'm gonna go here, about here. That's probably less than a third, but I'm not being that exact, so. Sure, Tina. If you want to do that, you could. Neo Games, hi, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Let me think a second here, Tina. Oh, wait a minute. I asked you if you were on my Discord and I didn't see an answer. Yeah, I was just gonna say if you were on the Discord, you could just give me a private message if you didn't want to list your email address and stuff like that. Um, yeah, but Tina, think about this. It's not just the people on here, because when I'm done with this live stream, I put it on my YouTube page and anybody can see it. The whole world could see it if they come in there. I'd feel more comfortable if you had a way to give me a private message. Hey, Lori's here. All right, what was I doing? I'm just going to change fruit here. Let's do some corn. My email? Yeah, my emails is my. There you go. Send me an email. My email is easy. It's just rudeman@rudeman53.com. I have my own address thing in Babadoodle. There's my email address, just rudeman@rudeman53.com. That'd be a thing to do there, Tina. All right, I'm gonna do some corn here, and then the other third I'll do maybe some soybeans. Yeah, I don't remember stuff like that. Ah. Yeah, I've got it. I've got Discord tied down again. I've actually been on it about 4 or 5 days in a row now, most all day, and no trouble. I put on a. I could give you my password to my email right now, and you wouldn't be able to log into Discord because I've got a security system that the only way you can get on my Discord page is to know the password, and you have to get a code that's sent to my personal cell phone. If you don't have my personal cell phone, you can't get on my account. And the code that they send changes about every 5 minutes. So it's completely random. If I want to log on to my Discord, I have to put my password in. I get a notice from Google on my phone that gives me a number that I type in, and if I don't type it in a quick manner, it's going to change. So there's no way. It's a random number. There's no way that anybody could get on there without that. Just use the GPS, Lori. All right, this guy's going the way I want him to go now. So let's get the other one. How come this one used so much wheat? What the heck? Oh, by the way, I put in some barns and stuff over here. I sold everything I had, but I put in this silo here. This makes silage, or it dries grass into hay. And then this thing here is a seed maker, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a cow barn right here, although I haven't bought any animals yet. And then I got a pig barn over here. And then I got a sheep barn over here. And then I got a poo-poo maker over here. Well, it's a fertilizer maker, but it takes poo-poo, I guess. Although I don't know if I can buy poo-poo. I might have to buy a mod that lets me buy the poo-poo. Yeah, did you guys hear the story that I saw on YouTube? They actually had a video. This guy built a house in Texas, I think it was, and when he had the house built, he didn't want the cable wires all over the outside of his house, so he had them bring the cable into the crawl space under the house, and his cable was acting up, and so he thought maybe something had chewed through a cable or something. So he gets under his house, and the crawl space is a couple feet tall, so you're not necessarily crawling on your belly, but you kind of are. And he went under there with a flashlight, and there's a couple of support beams, and so he was following the cable down there, so until he found the cable box, and he didn't get that far. With his flashlight, he was getting pretty close, and there's a rattlesnake under there. And so he spun his flashlight around, and the snake was over on the side of the up against the the foundation wall, and the cable box was about halfway between him and that snake. So he thought that he could maybe still get to the cable box close enough to see if there were any breaks in the cable. So, but to get there, he has to go a little further, and there's a beam from the middle of the house, and he can't see around that beam, but he keeps crawling. And when he moved his flashlight around, he found a stack of snakes, and he immediately backed out as fast as he could. He called somebody to some business to come out and snake wrangle. They found 45 rattlesnakes under his house. And they had a picture of them. They were just on top of each other. Dynamite. It would be for me. I'd be moving, and I wouldn't be moving slowly. I don't like snakes at all. I don't like mice and bugs either, but I really have a problem with snakes. I have nightmares about them every once in a while. All right, what do we got going here? Let's see. What else do I want to do? I did corn. I was going to do soybeans and maybe some, I don't know, sorghum or canola. Maybe I'll do a little canola. I do need a cash crop as well, so I'll do a little bit of canola. Let's do soybeans first, though. Well, as I mentioned, he didn't want cables hanging off his house, so he asked them to put them down underneath. They do that a lot with cables and or phone lines or anything like that. Especially if you're in an area that you get a lot of bad weather, because then the cables get torn down off the poles and stuff, and so it's not an uncommon thing to do. Whoa, what did I just do? Oh, for crying out loud. Look what I did again. I keep hitting the wrong damn button. Dang it all. Oh, no, I can't. Craig, knock it off. I already am worried about rats coming up the toilet. I don't want to dream about snakes coming up there. I had a grade school teacher that went in the bathroom one day and there was water all around the toilet. And she thought, what the hell? Is it leaking or what's going on? And so she went to the closet that she kept to keep brooms and mops and, you know, household tools in. And she noticed that the door was open to this little room. And she didn't think much of it. She just opened the door and went to grab a mop and a bucket. And there staring at her is a sewer rat. She said it was about the size of a cat. And it was all wet, like, you know, and it had crawled up the sewer. Tina's back. Just flush the toilet before you get on it. What most people don't know is the sewer lines from under your house are mostly empty. They don't have water setting in them. There's a what do they call that U shape? It's some kind of a trap, and it holds a little water in it. So that the sewer smell doesn't come up into your house. There's a bend in the pipe, like a horseshoe, and then it bends again and goes down and links up with the sewer system. Yeah, Scorpion, it's a trap. Now it sounds like a Star Wars thing now, doesn't it? It's a trap. Anyway, that trap is in there. So it holds water, because think about it, the sewer pipe goes straight down. Well, what's the water going to do? It's going to go straight down. It's not going to stay in the pipe. It just flushes stuff into the sewer line. But they put this trap in so that it holds water, so that the smell from the sewer doesn't come up into your house. So I would hopefully think that if you flushed the toilet and there was a rat down there, it would flush him away. But I don't know. I don't know that to be a fact, but I would like to think that was the case. Yeah, I got it. Tina, I got it. Hey, there's a friend of my son's last name is Davis. Anyway, there you go. Man, that cedar's dirty. Look how dirty that thing is. Well, I just got a message from PvP Cat, the guy in Ukraine, and he got my donation. Wanted to thank me. He says he's getting a lot of support, and he's very grateful for it. And he's still trying to figure out a way to get his wife out of the country. If you didn't hear it when I first came on today, there's a YouTuber that I watch and have, had a little bit of. Well, I've known him a while, and I like him. He's a good guy, and he's in the Ukraine. He went out of the country to start a bank account just the other day, and he took his 2 young children with him. And then, of course, you know what happened today. Russia's invaded Ukraine, and they shut the airports down. His wife was supposed to fly to where her family is today. She already had a ticket, but she can't get out of the country now. And so he's very worried, of course, and doesn't know what to do. He's scared, and I wanted to support him, so I became a patron. And I was asking anybody else that wants to do something, go take a look at his account. At the very least, go over and maybe, watch some of his videos to support him, because that's it's his only income now, since he had to leave home. And I'm gonna put his YouTube page in again. It's PV Cat, and if you want to have a better chance, put PV Cat, and then put Red Dead Redemption, because that's the game he plays. But yeah, I'm not asking people to go over and become patrons. But if you feel it in your heart that you want to help somebody in the Ukraine, they're going to need a lot of help, and most people are going to say, "But what can I do?" Well, I chose to help somebody I know, so I became a patron. But even if you just log on to his YouTube page, whether you like Red Dead Redemption or not, if you like GTA or not, he plays that as well. And a lot of his videos are geared towards, any news and stuff of those 2 games. He also live streams. But just go over and if you just watch his videos, that's going to help him. And, I'm not, like I say, I'm not saying anybody has to do what I did. But I know that the first thing, when we saw it, my wife said, "Well, I wish we could do something." And I said, we can. I know somebody over that needs help. So, anyway, that would be awful nice if you could do that. I need to check on the other person that I know. There's another YouTuber over there that's a school teacher, and she plays Final Fantasy 14, which is a game that I play almost every day, and I have for a number of years, about 11 or 12 years. But she's a school teacher over there, and I'm sure she's going to have a hard time. The federal government were asking people over there to get the heck out of that country, and she wouldn't do it because she has no way to take care of her dog. But I don't know what's happened to her or where she's at. I mean, her parents were begging her to come home. Understandably, the guy that lives there, that's his country, that's his home. But I just don't understand the other. There'd have to be something she could do with the dog. I run out of seeds again already. Well, the only thing that I can say about our country is I wish we had a different president. Whoa! Holy smokes! No! Oh. Are you kidding? That was funny. All right, let me see if I can fix it. We'll toggle some super strength here. Not to be confused with super glue. You know, it's probably this that I need to spin over. It's the heaviest thing. Let me see if I can. There we go. We got her. All's well that ends well. Maybe. That was funny. Right there. All right, Scorpion says he put the link up. Yeah, you people in other countries have no idea about that. Trump had more peace with more countries in the 4 years that he was in office than we've had in a long time. He brought several countries together to sign peace agreements in his 4 years. He didn't do what Obama did. Obama went in there and bowed down to him. There's so many people with the wrong ideas. First thing I'd say to people in any other country besides America, if you're getting your news about America from CNN, you're getting absolutely no reality. Alrighty, so let's see. I've got this thing set for corn. Oh, I need to finish it out before I can move it. Never mind. I got to get my roller going again. Although now I've got 2 rollers. With this, because the fields are so... Oh, doggone it. Not again. This thing doesn't turn a corner very well at 80 miles an hour. because these fields are so big, I found out that if I'm going to do anything on these fields, I need to double equipment up. If one set of equipment, it ain't going to work because the fields are so big. It took me something like 4 hours to plow this big field. All right, what the heck? Go, man, go! Ah! No, come on. I don't want to reset it. That wouldn't be good. Oh, no. There we go. There we go. That's perfectly fine, Tina. I don't have a problem with that. I don't really care for Papa Smurf. He steals mods, for one thing. He took one of Big Hoss's farms and put his own name on it like he was the author. Well, actually, he actually said he was the author. And I talked to Hoss about it, and Hoss said, yep, he stole it. And I've talked to other modders, and they say that's what he does, so I don't want to support somebody like that. Let's see, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Man, I'm full of bad news today, aren't I? If I want to mod that bad, I could mod it myself. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, just logging onto his account, whether you download anything or not, supports him. I mean, it's the same with me. Every time somebody watches one of my videos, it's supporting me. Alright, let me go check the other guy. Oh, I got this one to do. Oh, I can just hire... How come I can't hire a worker? What? I can't hire a worker for some reason. Oh, it's because I got GPS on. Let me turn that off. There we go. I forgot about that. If you're using GPS, you can't hire a worker. All right, let's get the other one running. Yeah, that field right there that I'm doing the thirds of here, I started plowing this, and I've got a big plow that does, 17, 19 miles an hour. And it took me about 3 or 4 hours to do this field. I know that Scorpion and Bill and I, they were watching me while I was doing live streaming on Discord, and we must have talked for 2-3 hours, and I wasn't even halfway done. All right, where is the other roller? There it is, but I need a tractor. All right, so I've got 3 tractors. They're all running. All my tractors are running. I'm going to have to borrow this guy, I guess. Doing beets? Oh my God, no. I can't even imagine doing it with potatoes. I'd never do it. 2 things I wouldn't do it in: sugar cane or beets, or even potatoes. The problem with potatoes are that in the seeder, if you're seeding canola or wheat or any of the grains, the seeds are very small. But if you're seeding with potatoes, for some reason, the game uses a full potato pretty much to seed. So the potato is the seed. And so you fill your seeder up and you go 10 feet and your seeder's empty. Yeah, right. Modify mods from others, but I keep them to yourself. Well, I do that too, if it's a mod that I like how they modded it. But a lot of the mods that I'm using in 22, I've actually modded myself. I went through the process that you have to go through of stripping them off of Giant and cloning them. You have to clone them, and then you've got the moddable piece of equipment by doing it that way. But some of the things I like about what they've done to the mod, but it maybe doesn't go fast enough. Or I like what they've done to the mod and it just doesn't hold enough. Then I'll mod somebody else's mod. But I don't go on a web page and say this is my mod. And list it. As a matter of fact, I don't list any mod on any web page. They're just for me to use. Oh, what am I doing? I don't want to do that. Oh, I'm losing it today. I sure did. That was bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's beer time. Hey, Scorpion, if I forget and we talk later, remind me to change that bot to list all the memes, and then also I need to get a new meme for the barbecue stuff. You got a phone call from your brother? Is that unusual? I had 13 siblings growing up, and that wasn't all of them. I had 2 sisters and a brother. Well, it was actually 2 sisters and 2 brothers that I never knew. Andy's long gone. Okay, this guy. What happened? Why did he stop? Uh-oh. That's weird. Why did he stop? Changing the keg? Did you blow a keg, Andy? Uh-oh. That sounds serious. Okay, I got some questions for Tina. She said she got a call from her brother, and then in the very next message, she says that she's going to have a bone to pick with Jesse. Jesse's not your brother, is he? I don't know what state you live in, but in some states that might be the case. And never leave, doomed to stay here for an eternity. Oh man, that's not good news. Okay, it stopped again. Why is it stopping? No, Serge, when I logged on, Carol came in while I was live streaming and handed me a soda pop that she got. She went to Costco to shop, and for some reason she ended up with 2 sodas. And so rather than waste a soda, I told her I'd drink it. I don't like fountain soda. So what she does is she'll do a half Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi, and then she tops it off with root beer. And the root beer flavor completely takes over the root beer, so it tastes just like I'm drinking a root beer. It just overpowers the Coke taste. That happens. That happens. I've been on a diet several times. I don't like to be on a diet. My doctors will ask me, "How's your diet going?" Because I'm diabetic, and I say I'm not on a diet. Well, you should be on a diet. And I said, no, I'll never be on a diet. If you start saying you're on a diet, you're never going to get off of it. So I don't, in my mind, I'm not dieting. And so my doctor says, well, how are you keeping your blood sugar so well and you've lost some weight? And I said, because I watch what I eat. I said, I'll eat anything I damn well please to eat. But I will take smaller portions and maybe eat more times than 3 times a day. So I'll eat a little bit, and then a few hours later I'll eat a little bit more. I've done that sometimes. I've eaten like 5 meals a day, but they're very, very small meals. And even if one of the meals may even be a food replacement, a bar, like a granola bar or something like that. But if I say I'm on a diet, then when does it end? You know, you're always going to be on a diet, especially if you're dieting because of your health. Not necessarily dieting just to lose weight. Diabetics have to diet because that's the only way they can control their blood sugars. So I don't diet. I've been on a few so-called diets. I did a medical diet one time, and it took me about a year and a half, 2 years to lose about 50 pounds, and I've never gained it back. And that one was a diet where you actually have to eat their food. So it was a diet where you had 5 meals a day, and then one. It was a 5-1 diet, they called it. So you bought the food from them, and it was 5 meals, and then the one meal is your dinner, where it's whatever you want to eat, but it's got to be fish, chicken, or beef, and a salad, and what else was it? A vegetable. And you only could have a certain portion. So if you were having a steak, it could only be, and I don't remember, so I'm not going to be able to tell you what the ounces were, but they gave you an ounce, like if it's 2 ounce or 3 ounce or 4 ounce. I'm not good at measurement, cooking measurements, so I don't recall, but it was a very small steak you could have. And then you could have so many vegetables. Now, this particular diet, you know how some diets say you can eat as much vegetables as you want? This one didn't. You were not to eat a large salad, even though supposedly you can. And the reason for that was they're trying to get you in the habit of eating smaller portions. So if you're eating as much salad as you want, you're getting in a habit of eating too much. Even though I don't think that a salad is a food group, but I don't like salads. But yeah, so you couldn't eat as much salad as you want to. You could still only eat a small portion, because that's what they're trying to train you to get used to, is not eating so much. And the 5 meals, like I said, were very small portions, and 2 of them would be like a granola bar type meal. But that one did work. It just took me forever. It took me 2 years to lose the weight. And then other than that, the only other diet I've tried is, what's the diet where you can eat all the meat you want, and that's all you eat? Oh, geez, I can't remember the doctor's name that came up with that diet. He's cheating on you, huh? Well, anyway, I led into this story because I was going to tell you that I've had times where I've had to try to lose weight, if not for nothing else, because of my health. And Carol didn't care. She'd come home. I'd be on a diet and eating what I consider to be garbage food, because, salad. And she'd come home with a hamburger and fries and a large milkshake and eat it right in front of me. So yeah, I didn't get any help at all with that. Now, the funny part is when she went on a diet, I had to go on her diet with her. But anyway, I know if she overhears me, sometimes she's walking through the hallway, and I don't talk lightly, and then she's going to give me hell later. Why you telling her all that stuff? All right, let's see. How am I going to do this? I'm thinking I want to go long ways, but I don't know what to do with this rig stopping at the end of the field every time. That's not right. Yeah, the Atkins diet. Thanks, Scorp. Size of your palm protein, is that the thing? Well, at the time, I remember that they took your plate and split it into thirds. A small dinner plate. and they'd say 1/3 is protein and 1/3 is a vegetable and 1/3 is whatever else you're allowed to have, which wasn't anything really. Oh, she would. If we were in Yakima, there's a place that's you would probably consider it like What's a Burger. It's a place called Miners, and I grew up there. It's just a ma and pa drive-in, and they're famous for their burgers. They've got lines out to the freeway almost every day, all day long, to get their burgers. And it's called the Big Miner. I know people that travel hundreds of miles to if they're anywhere close to Yakima, they'll take a detour, even if it's an hour or two drive, to stop and have a Miner burger. Yeah, I know. But then think about it. If you're talking about Burger King, then you're talking about Wendy's and you're talking about McDonald's, and that's the caliber. And in my mind, there's really no difference in any of those fast food places. Now, if you're talking about, there's a couple of places in town here that are like ma and pa hamburger joints, and they're just different. They're not like Burger King and McDonald's and that kind of stuff. Mainly because they're making their burger on a grill instead of some machine doing it. Now, what in the world is going on here? Why is this field look like? If you look at it, it looks like the field is over the grass or something. What in the wide world of the sports is it going on? All right, let's take this one back. See if I can not speed and have this thing flip again on me. Okay, this one's got stuff in it. Let me run it down there. That one I think is empty. Let's see, the AI Alexa. Yeah, it's a joke between me and Scorpion, Tina. I have an Alexa right behind me, and I think Scorpion, he never hears Carol, but he hears Alexa, and so he started calling Carol Alexa, and it just kind of became an inside joke there for us. And now he'll say when she's in the room, "Tell Alexa hello," and Carol will say hello. No, I never heard of that, but in Lewiston, Clarkston, Washington, there's two little towns. They're across the river from each other. One's in Idaho and one's in Washington. Lewiston, Idaho, and Clarkston, Washington. And if I'm not mistaken, it was in Clarkston. But it was called Effie's Tavern. And she literally had a hamburger the size of a dinner plate. Literally. I mean, Carol and I would order one hamburger and cut it in half, and it was too much to eat. She had a local butcher that patted the meat out for her, and a local baker that made the buns for her. And yeah, it was, as a matter of fact, back in the day, if you remember Charles Bronson was making a movie in Lewiston, Idaho, called Breakheart Pass. And somebody, when he was in Idaho there, somebody took him to Effie's Tavern. Now, when I say a tavern, it's a dive tavern. It's one of those places where you walk in and there's a bar that runs, on one side of the building, and then on the other side there's tables and chairs. And so you either eat at the bar or you grab yourself a booth, And she served a lot of families, but Charles Bronson did an article for Playboy, and he was so excited about this hamburger that in between filming this movie, he would charter planes and fly other movie stars in to have one of these burgers. And he talked about it in his article with Playboy. And I just thought that was kind of funny. But I remember when we had Amy, that's our first child, and she was in, what do you call it? Car seats. She was teeny tiny. She was brand new born. And we went in there one day because her doctor was in Lewiston, Idaho. Aaron's doctor. And so we had the baby and we were in for a checkup, and we decided, let's have a burger before we go home. And we went in this tavern. It's a tavern. It's not a restaurant. We went into this tavern. Now there's guys at the bar having a beer, shooting the shit. And Effie took our order and she turned around and hollered throughout that tavern, "All right, you louts, put out them cigarettes and watch that language. We got a family here." And a little baby. And yes, Effie, sorry, Effie. It was just hilarious. Because these guys are all like loggers and stuff. I mean, big old brutes of men, it was just hilarious. No, don't do that. Stop it. All right, fold up any day. Come on. Oh, I unhooked from it, didn't I? I guess that would help. Yeah, no, I've never seen that. But hey, if I don't have to go to Portland, I won't. I hate Portland. I've always hated Portland. I don't like cities to begin with, but Portland's really weird. Portland is so weird. They had a TV show about it called Portlandia, and it was a comedy, but they're just strange people, strange, and the city's laid out crazy. Now you go into Seattle, and the streets and the city streets and things they're lined out that in a way that makes sense. Portland's roads go every which way, and there's one ways that go the wrong way, and there's some places that you can only get there by crossing one bridge, going down the river and crossing a different bridge. So you're going back and forth just to get there. It's just they've got bridges across the Willamette that you can get lost so damn easy. It's hard to find where to go. It's like it was a very small town that grew and didn't know how to, do it. Like I said, they got one-way roads that are going the wrong way, and roads that don't end up going nowhere, and just crazy. It's a crazy place. Uh-oh. How'd that happen? Alright, what was I trying to do? I don't know how I jumped out of the truck. I hit the button to load. That was weird. Unless I hit two buttons at once, that could be. Sounds like a European city. Yeah. It's crazy. It's well, the Willamette River runs right through the middle of Portland. I'm talking downtown Portland. Obviously, there's suburbs all over the place, but uh, downtown Portland, the river runs between. I mean, the river runs in right through the middle of town, and there's bridges everywhere, and some of the bridges look like turnpikes, and it's so easy to get lost. And if you live there, you're driving these roads at 60 miles an hour, and you know where you're going. But if you don't know where you're going, it's you just by the time you get anywhere, get through Portland, your hands are shaking so bad because the roads are just awful, and the locals are driving at like 60 miles an hour, and you're trying to figure out where in the hell which lane you're supposed to be in to get where you want to go. And it's just, you just nerves are shot by the time you finally get where you wanted to go. Okay. Let me see here. I'm getting confused as to what I planted and what I haven't planted. Okay, that's wheat. That's wheat, and then this is... That's wheat. Well, where in the hell's the corn? Okay. I don't know. I can't figure out what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, you guys knew that, didn't you? I've lost a seeder. What the hell? All right, that's a roller. And that's a roller. Where'd my seeder go? What's he doing clear over here? Okay, he's doing corn. Have I got two doing corn? Doggone it. Jeez. I didn't want to do that. Mobbers. AI worker mobbers. See, I think that's why my program, my mod that I have, that names them with your guys' names, I think that's why it won't work. I think he's got a mod that does it that's built into the map, and it's competing with the one I have. Well, that's kind of a mess. I didn't mean to do that. I already have corn somewhere. Okay. That's wheat. Wanted to do canola on that end. Well, I still could if I stop this guy and change it to canola. Yeah, I can do this. It'll cover over the corn with the canola if I do this, I think. Okay, that's wheat, that's barley, that's oats, that's canola. All right, let's do that. I didn't get that far on the field. Oh, it's gonna do that. Oh well. Dang it all. I don't care. Okay, so this is wheat. That's corn. Let me see. Oh, jeez. I bet this was finishing the wheat off. Yeah, he's a Speedy Gonzalez, isn't he? Does a river run through it? I hated that movie. The Oregon Trail game, yeah, we used to have that in the schools. Yeah, it's that pitter patter of tiny feet. Yeah, he scoots, don't he? Why does this say it needs lime? I limed this. Needs rolling. All right. Woo! Look at that guy go. Oh, shoot. I hit a fence. I hit a fence. Okay, so let's see. I know what I need to do. I put the straw that I had, not all of it. I put all the straw that this would take, and I put grass in here, but I didn't start this thing up. So let's see. To make silage, I think I need chaff. So what I'm going to do for chaff is when that corn grows over there, I'm going to use the forage harvester and make chaff with the corn, and then we'll make silage. But in the meantime, I can make hay. And I think, let's see. So if I go in here, is it? Shoot, I don't remember which one of these I have to go to. This one, I think. Yeah, there we go. If I want to make hay, then it's grass and straw, I think, to make hay. Well, there's the recipe right there. So it's grass and straw, or just chaff will make hay. If I want to make silage, then I have to use grass and, well, I don't know what the hell that is. Why would you have to grass and silage? Why would, what? Oh, okay, I got you. It's grass that makes silage. Oh, hell, I don't know. That's crazy. Well, I wanted to make some hay anyway to feed the cattle. So let me go to hay, and then you have to activate it down here. And then now that thing should be running now. And it says it is. It says it's running, making hay. So there you go. There you go. And then in the next live stream, I want to get some animals. I don't have any animals. And I haven't played animals in this game, 22. So I bought the one that, there's where you buy your animals, but I bought the one that you drop your crap-a-doodle-doo down here. And the farm actually does the feeding for you automatically, somehow. I don't know how it works. I haven't used it yet, so. All right, how come I don't have flight mode on? There we go. Okay, so somehow there are machines in here, the lilies that have the little robots, I think, or something. They're automatic feed things. Astronaut, what the hell does that mean? We're feeding them from space? Did you see where NASA, they put out one of those reports that has been classified for a number of years? And on it, there's a program that NASA is doing. They're bad tree. NASA is they're putting together theologians. Is that what they call? What do they call people that study they're getting experts in a particular area of theology, and the purpose is they want to put together a team of doctors and scientists that specialize in theology, because according to NASA, there's enough proof of aliens visiting our planet that they want these experts to put a program together, because one of the things that they've always said is the government knows stuff we don't know, and they don't say anything because they don't want to cause a worldwide panic. So NASA is putting together a program of these specialists to be able to go out and soothe people's nerves on the fact that there's aliens visiting our planet. It makes you wonder if that's not gonna be a cheap process. Why are they spending that kind of money on something that nobody believes in, or at least we're being told doesn't exist? They want to convert to Martians. It's grass or chaff. Yeah, I knew that. The pictures were on there. It said grass or chaff. But I want to keep some of my grass to feed the animals, so I figured I'd get some chaff and put it in there for the silage. I got lots of grass. I guess I could just do grass for everything, but I wanted a reason to grow corn. I don't have any real reason to grow corn. I'm making you laugh on purpose. You mean the texture on the right there, Serge? I think that's what it is, because I already had something planted there. So this particular cedar here is not a cedar, it's a planter. And I think it is cultivating over there the seeds that I just planted, which leaves, I don't know if they'd call it chaff, but you know, when you combine, but you're not making a windrow, that's the texture they're using over there. So that means that the stuff that you're chopping or threshing with the combine is getting sprayed out onto the ground, and that's what it looks like. So I'm thinking that this cedar is basically doing the same thing. It's taking the seeds that were planted there and making like I say, it's probably not chaff, but it's making some kind of chaff that is spreading out over there. Yeah, Elon's been there a while. A nightmare. You got a tinfoil hat, do you? Hi, Dennis. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate your support. Whoa, there's my notice. Man, it seems like I've been on a long time today. There's days like that. I have days that the live stream seems to go so fast that I'll look at it and I say, oh my God, has it been 2 hours already? And then there's it seems like I've been on here all day. That's today. I just feel like I've been live streaming for about 5 hours now. I think it's because I was actually playing the game when Bill was in my Discord, and I had farmed for about 2 hours, and then I stopped, had my lunch, and then started the live stream. So I actually have been playing the game for about 5 hours. Days like this, your mama said. Days like this, your mama said. Okay, guys. Well, I guess that's it for today. I hope you had fun. Hope to see you next time.
Oh, yeah.
Tina, I'll get in touch with you pretty quick. And we'll see what happens with that. So take care of yourself, take care of your family, and have a good weekend. Weekend's coming up. We're almost out of February. Next Monday, I believe, is the last day of February. And 13 days after that, we go into daylight savings time. Woohoo, I guess. I don't like the change, but I do like the daylight savings time. So anyway, take care, everybody, and I'll catch you next time.